I am continuing my reading, and what this is in this series, I am reading through the entire standard works of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. This consists of the Bible, the Book of Mormon, the Doctrine and Covenants, and the Pearl of Great Price. I am reading in a chronological order according to events, not according to publication or volume, so I will be skipping around a bit as I go. I have already read the beginning of the world's history, Genesis, and Moses and Abraham, part of Exodus. But right now I am in the book of Job. This is chapter 6. Job bemoans his grief. He prays that God will grant his petitions. Those who are afflicted should be pitied. How forceful are right words. But Job answered and said, "Oh, that my grief were thoroughly weighed, and my calamity laid in the balances together. For now it would be heavier than the sand of the sea. Therefore my words are swallowed up, for the arrows of the Almighty are within me. The poison whereof drinketh up my spirit. The terrors of God do set themselves in array against me. Doth the wild ass bray when he hath grass, or loweth the ox over his fodder? Can that which is unsavory be eaten without salt, or is there any taste in the white of an egg? The things that my soul refused to touch are as my sorrowful meat. Oh, that I might have my request, and that God would grant me the thing that I long for. Even that it would please God to destroy me, that he would let loose his hand and cut me off." Okay, so again, we have the Lamentations of Job here. And again, just beautiful poetry. I love the imagery that is conjured up in these words. So, my suffering, if you could actually weigh it, would weigh more than the sands of the sea. And he's lamenting. He's saying, I wouldn't be mourning if I didn't have cause. Does the ass bray when he has grass? No. When he's being fed, he's happy. He's not complaining. So I'm not complaining without cause. I have cause to sorrow. I'm suffering. And I wish the God would grant. Now, I like this because look at the suffering of Job. And I know this is going to be a very controversial take, and people who hear this might not like me saying this, but if anybody had a cause to want to commit suicide or to kill themselves, to unalive themselves, however you want to put it, Job had cause. He suffered more than any other man other than Christ. And yet, he never once had the thought. He wants to die. He says that over and over. God, just let me die. End my suffering. Let me die. But at the same time, he leaves it in God's hands. He never tries to take his own life. He never even contemplates taking his own life. He says, this is the will of God. I will suffer through it. I wish God would end it, but I will suffer through it because it is the will of God. Anyways, verse 10. Then should I yet have comfort? Yea, I would harden myself in sorrow. Let him not spare, for I have not concealed the words of the Holy One. What is my strength that I should hope? And what is mine end that I should prolong my life? Is my strength the strength of stones, or is my flesh of brass? Is not my help in me, and is wisdom driven quite from me? To him that is afflicted, pity should be showed from his friend, but he forsaketh the fear of the Almighty. My brethren have dealt deceitfully as a brook, and as the stream of brooks they pass away, which are blackish by reason of the ice, and wherein the snow is hid. What time they wax warm, they vanish. When it is hot, they are consumed out of their place. The paths of their way are turned aside. They go to nothing and perish. Now, I love this imagery too. What we got to understand here. First, again, he's still saying, I would like to end this. I know I would have rest if I could just die now. I could be done with all of this. But I love this imagery. My brethren have dealt deceitfully as a brook. Now, so pity should be showed, but you're just lecturing me. You're just, But I love the imagery of the brook, because in the Middle East, when the snows come, it creates, as the snows melt in the spring, it creates brooks or streams that flow down out of the mountain, but they don't go anywhere. They flow down, and as it gets a little warmer, they all evaporate and they disappear. Most of them don't even follow the same course each year. They go in different places. They just flow through. That's what this imagery is. They say, as a brook, as a stream of a brook, they pass away. The blackish are blackish by reason of the ice and the snow. When they wax warm, they vanish. When it is hot, they are consumed. And he's comparing what Eliphaz just said to these brooks. And he's saying, your words don't mean anything. They're not taking me anywhere. There's no end. There's no goal in sight. You're just saying something and it vanishes away. It means nothing to me. Great imagery there. Verse 19. The troops of Tema looked, and companies of Sheba waited for them. They were confounded because they had hoped. They came thither and were ashamed, for now we are nothing. Or for now ye are nothing. Ye see my casting down and are afraid. Did I say, bring unto me? Or give a reward for me of your substance? Or deliver me from the enemy's hand? Or redeem me from the hand of the mighty? Teach me, and I will hold my tongue, and cause me to understand wherein I have erred. How forcible are right words! But what doth your arguing reprove? Do you imagine to reprove words in the speeches of one that is desperate, which are as wind? Yea, ye overwhelm the fatherless, and ye dig a pit for your friend. Now therefore be content, look upon me, for it is evident unto you if I lie. Return, I pray you, let it not be iniquity. Yea, return again, my righteousness is in it. Is there iniquity in my tongue? Cannot my taste discern perverse things? So what is he saying here? This is again saying, look, show me what I've actually done wrong, and I'll admit it. And I'll correct it. I'll do but like you say, you didn't tell me anything. You say, oh, the wicked are punished and the righteous are rewarded. Great. What has that got to do with me? I'm suffering here. Why? What specifically? Don't just say some platitude about the righteous are blessed and the wicked are punished. Get down to the specifics. Tell me exactly what I did wrong so that I can correct it. If you don't give me exactly what I did wrong, I can't do anything. And your words are meaningless. That's what Job's saying here. But I love the poetry of